What's up, listeners? Welcome back to another episode of the Jaftaf show, and we are the Jaftafs.
Yes, so boys and girls, welcome back to another fresh episode. Today we're discussing about Adolescence, Netflix Adolescence.
And I've been hearing about it from so many people,
Hmm.
and obviously you are one of them.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
first, I heard about it from my brother. So he was like, "Bro, you watch this series? It's crazy. It's so
Hmm.
psychological shit and all going on." But he never told me that it's a one take.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that was the interesting part for me, that the entire series they actually did it in one take
Hmm.
without any cuts. Means
Yeah.
like for me, the biggest challenge that I faced in this is like if an actor has to act, they have to be consistent for 45 minutes to 1 hour
Yeah, yeah.
for that particular act, right? So,
I'm sure they will be
so it-
having number of workshops and training sessions where they're trained to perfect the scenes and characters.
yeah, man, because the shooting time is actually 1 hour, but they are practicing for like
Yeah.
10, 20 days. Because
Yeah, yeah.
you don't have to forget your dialogues, because if you do, the entire shot is fucked.
Yes, yes.
So, because you are spoiling
Ha ha
others
ha.
people input also, na?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you do something wrong, the people who have given input in the
Maybe one
shot.
actor
So,
is performed his best performance in that second, but because of
exactly,
that actor now he has to retake it, and in while
exactly.
retaking, even his performance is not better, so he need to retake once again. So this is very stressful the production, but result is obviously amazing, man. Yeah, like if you talk about Adolescence, the only reason I saw Adolescence is because of a runtime. Runtime is very short, and I was interested because everywhere when I open Instagram, people are commenting that Adolescence is better. It's dark. It's very psychological, and even I thought this might be something related to the present things, what is going on in the world. So I just thought I'll give it a try, and I didn't know anything. This is one take or two take or like multiple take. I was like, camera is not cutting. So in the first episode, when we see that cops are invading Jamie Miller's house, Eddie Miller and Jamie Miller's house. So there, I thought like some crazy something has happened. So they come to investigate. But then like we get introduced to that character, that small kid. Then they all get in the car. I thought, okay, now the camera will cut to the police station or like wherever they're taking, but camera is inside the car and they're having conversation. Then I was like, okay, fine, this is a long take. Then episode ended. I was like, oh shit, this is very good. Because if you talk about the first episode, the everything starts from the house, not from the house, from the street to house, house exterior, like up down, exterior, interior, then inside a car, from the car to the police station, everything inside the station, and everything is happening so what do you say, flawless, that you'll think that yeah, you're seeing everything in real time. And that's when I felt very inspiring that yeah, uh, someday when I should achieve this kind of work, because this is not easy work, but if we achieve this, it would be very amazing. It would be something benchmark sort of thing.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you like, there are in first episode, there are like multiple places where they go,
Hmm.
right? From car to house, just like you said, and like the way,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then the police station, and
Hmm.
then there are multiple people who are roaming around from one place to
Yeah,
another,
yeah, yeah.
right? So if you talk about a long take around 5 minutes or 10 minutes, it is easy to achieve because you structure it in a same place,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? Or in a given place. But when you are talking about a 1 hour long episode,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you have to cover a lot of ground,
Yes.
right? Based on the story. And in the first two episodes, there are actually a lot of bigger ground that they have covered.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of. in the first episode, like when they get inside the house, no one has a clue. Even the people who are actually watching the show, they don't
Yeah,
even have
yeah,
the clue, like what is going on,
yeah.
right?
Even the
Because
cops are
like
also not saying anything that what has happened. They're just saying that this child has been accused to some sort of case, like slaughtering of the victim, but they're not responding to anything. And even as an audience, when I was watching, I was like, how can this small kid do very big crime? Then later
that
we.
that part I've understood. That part I've understood why, because I knew that the storytellers are trying to create a suspense.
Mhm.
So that was happening. That was obvious actually, because that's how you create the interest inside the people.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, that what is going on, exactly this kid has done.
Yes, yes.
Like there has to have, like that is what the specialty of this series is. That people were very curious about it, like what has happened. But the
Mhm.
story was actually pretty simple.
Yeah, yeah.
People were actually, story is very simple. It's just like a kid who committed the crime and he knew he couldn't get out of it. So he has to like plead guilty now. That's
Mhm.
that's the conclusion at the end.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because he couldn't run away from it.
Hmm.
Because the kind of things that they were trying to, I don't know whether the second season is coming or
No,
not.
no,
I
no.
have no idea.
Second season
I'm just
won't come
talking. I'm,
because this is a
I'm
Netflix
just
limited
I'm
series.
just So this hypothesis, whatever I'm going to tell, is just that the things that they introduced,
Hmm.
like the kind of cult shit might be there. That
Yeah.
kind of a sign they have given
Hmm.
that something like that could have happened here, and people are more deep than they think they are.
Yeah, yeah.
So in first episode is like a question mark till the
Hmm.
part you watch the video, the
Yes.
CCTV footage, that Jamie actually attacked the girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, I don't remember her name actually, but
Yeah.
he actually,
Hmm.
we can see in the CCTV footage that he actually killed her
Hmm.
or attacked her,
Hmm.
whatever. First, I thought like this is a footage where they are just arguing about, or maybe he is just beating
Yeah, yeah.
her, not actually killing her. But obviously, it was obvious that what
Hmm.
happened by the expressions of the people,
Yeah, yeah,
because like
yeah.
how his dad was like,
Hmm.
in this series also you see like the meaning of the long takes. They enhanced it by actually enhancing the expressions of the people. They are actually putting camera onto the face of the people and
Yes.
just showing what they are feeling. It is happening very often in this series,
Hmm.
especially in episode third,
Yeah, yeah.
right? All the episodes it happened. All the
Hmm.
episodes it happened, but especially in episode third.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, man, the first episode is pretty interesting. It actually gives you some kind of clue. Okay,
Hmm.
this shit happened,
Yeah.
and this kid, uh, and then they leave you at the place that people want to know, like why he did it, or whether he
Hmm.
did it or not, or what is the what is the reason behind. Because
Hmm.
even that guy, no, DI, who's the investigator, Luke. He
Luke.
was
Yeah.
also curious. Yeah, if we switch to the second episode, like
Hmm.
he was very, very curious about the fact that what is the intent behind it. Okay,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
know he committed it,
Hmm.
and we don't have the murder weapon, or like his friend. I guess Jamie's friend.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't remember his name. Who was running actually?
Yes, yes.
Who ran?
He
So
who
that was
passed
his.
the knife to him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The guy who passed the knife. So it became clear like Jamie asked for the knife and then he killed the girl.
Hmm.
And it was pretty clear, but the intent, I am still not able to understand what was the intent behind it. Obviously, there is a
No,
kind
intent
of
is clear in this
different angle.
series. Like during third episode, when the that psychological doctor comes, she asks a lot of questions. So the intent behind uh, killing her, it was clear that he. So basically, he was very manipulated, and Jamie was manipulated, and he thought that he could never get any girls, and because of that frustration and that ego, he like destroyed the life of the his classmate. Bec-
Actually, I expected the reason to be more solid. You know, these things I have understood actually.
yeah.
Whatever the things, the conversation these guys were happening now,
Hmm.
like the kind of questions she was asking, and she was very, very threatened by him
Yeah,
at
yeah.
some points, and she
Hmm.
that's why she cried after
Yeah,
the
yeah.
conversation, right? But I guess there are some things that I felt like these are the common things that a guy faces. You
Hmm.
know, the kind of bullying that happens, right? The kind of desires that a teenager guys has,
Yes,
right?
yes.
No, they and the kind of stories that he was making, it was very clear, right?
Hmm.
The kind of stories he was telling to her, like this happened and that happened. So, yeah, man. Okay, you'll take a call because maybe what I'm going to say is it's going to be a little rash, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I know. I'm gonna let's talk about the second episode.
yeah. So if we talk about second episode, first episode is starting from the house to the station, and that's the only journey where his father discovered for the first time that the so basically his father was very what do you say, he used to give him freedom that yeah, you can do anything, because in the last episode he reveals to his matlab, I mean like they his parents discussed that yeah, his father was not a very good person, so he promised himself that he won't be harsh on his son. So he remembered his early days, his father, that yeah, he promised that he won't be harsh with Jamie. But yeah, like you are not being harsh with your son, so that's the reason your son is becoming very open and free, and he's getting into adult stuff, although his age should not do, in his age he should not be doing all this. He was exposed to a lot of things, violence, adult stuff, and all those what do you say, psychological things which he should not be concentrating, because the only thing he should be concentrating in studies. And 13-year-old with that rage is very, it's very dangerous, because as a 13-year-old you won't know anything that this is good or bad. Jamie also, I don't think he was intentionally he did the crime, but due to the what do you say, the type of circle he was in, the type of friends he was with, and the rage he had because of social media and the things he was consuming online, so that's the reason he it led to commit the crime. But yeah, if you look at the third episode, the type of psychological things he was going through in his mind, it was very disturbing and very dark. But yeah, okay, we'll discuss later. Okay, but in second episode, I like the part where first time we get introduced to Jamie's school, and we get to see that how, like from where Jamie comes, and like how are his like surrounding. There we enter the school, and the school is filled with crap students. They don't give a F to anything. They just come to have fun in the school. And I really felt bad that the teachers, the principals who were taking care, they were not taking care of the students, they were taking care of sheep. So like any student doesn't give a F, even when Luke and Misha comes to school, and some student is like, oh, this guy's father has come here, and they don't give a damn to anything. So I was like, yeah, I know this. Yeah, okay, okay, we know this why the school is, because this this is not India, of course. If in India this happens, then no one will give a F. You, the student will be beaten off because of his indiscipline. But yeah, here you can't do it because of, you can go to law courts and all. You can't do that. But yeah, man, like it was so disturbing. But if you look at another way, everything is happening in one take, because the students what you saw in the series, okay, not even students, but if you talk generally is the students who are not actors, they're just as a extras who's playing extras, to tell them to perform this kind of act in a one take, it's very difficult. So I think in the whole production, second episode is one of the toughest shot to achieve it, because there you're including like 50, 60 extras, and everyone should perform well. Because you have things that, okay, some students might look at the camera, or some students might go off the table of the top and perform things which are not meant to be performed. So there I would say that yeah, director and crew did a very fantastic job to achieve this kind of thing, because uh, to get everyone down from the school to the playground, and everyone standing in the line, and fight is happening, and suddenly everything turns very chaotic, and those are performed very professionally. And I would say, man, it's very tough to perform those things. That was very interesting to see that how they pull off it. That was very interesting.
I totally agree. Totally agree means, yeah, every time when somebody is passing and how camera is following from one character to another, that jump is very, very interesting for me.
Yes.
The camera started from Luke, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he's entering and talking to the teacher,
Yeah.
and then the camera shifts to Jamie's friend, where they
Yeah.
both are talking
Actually,
and they're talking about the knife.
I missed one part. I even like the shot when Liu comes and talks to Jamie's friend, and once again he comes to talk to Jamie's friend, and Jamie's friend like runs out of the window, and the camera from back to from the window it comes out, and there he runs and catches the friend. That was very amazing shot, because from the classroom to the ground to chasing shot till that end wherever he stops, that was really good. Because if you see
Yeah,
that the camera the window was very short, but they achieved it, like that was very amazing.
Yeah, man, that actually happened at multiple places. When
Hmm.
the episode ends, it goes to a drone shot
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
it lands down, and
I saw that
then
behind
we
the
see
scenes.
Jamie's father. He comes out of the car and put the
Yeah, yeah.
flowers over there. But yeah, man, if I, as an investigator, go to that kind of school, I would just directly say to the teacher, like, why, how are you running this school? Like, now fire alarm is going on. One kid killed the another kid,
Hmm.
and like everybody is ragging each other. I mean, there is no self-respect.
Yeah,
There is no sign of respect inside the people here. I guess, it is fine whatever these guys are doing, but we should not be calling this as a school.
yeah, yeah.
So, exactly, whatever the things are going, everybody, DI Luke
It's
himself
a
said, like, does
it's a
everyone knows like what is happening
it's a
with the
mental
case?
asylum there.
And mental asylum is like too much, but I would say like that cannot be called a school. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's like a party arena where everybody is doing whatever they want to do. And the point is like how would everyone knows that is not a good thing. Like how
Hmm.
everybody knows what is going with the case because that how the rumor spreads.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. This is the reality that what happens in the real life.
Hmm.
And now I'm analyzing the second episode. We are getting to know that what happens in the school,
Hmm.
like what kids are actually suffering from. Nobody knows.
Yeah, yeah.
The girl who got killed, maybe she has a lot of dark shit going on that she is responsible
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
and just Jamie was a person who just reacted to it.
Yeah, yeah.
People are seeing the final action that happened, but they are not actually looking forward to find out the real cause behind it.
Hmm.
And this series now, we can appreciate about the filmmaking a lot,
Yeah.
right? That is the approach of the director, but I guess the real thing that the storyteller wanted to tell, that even if the things are happening, parents are unaware of
Hmm.
what their kids are doing.
Yeah.
The friend of that girl, the black chick,
Hmm.
the black girl
Hmm.
who started fighting with
Yeah, yeah.
Jamie's friend,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So I was very, very curious, like, what is the story behind her?
Yeah.
I was very, very curious about her, and that I didn't get to know.
She was not
But
she was
obviously,
not she was not affected with the surrounding of her. She was concerned for her friend that, yeah, something bad happened.
it's more likely, in simple words, we'll say she doesn't give a fuck about what is happening around her.
Hmm.
It's just more likely she was concerned to one person, and that person has died.
Yeah, yeah.
Killed. If she would have died by some injury or anything, na, that would be fine for her. Like, but killed,
Yeah, yeah.
that creates a rage inside you. So, the second episode is just an example to show like it's not just Europe or America. It can be any country,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and people are not aware. And it is very, very relatable how the shit is going on in today's school,
Yeah, yeah.
especially in India also.
Yes,
Like
yes,
people
yes.
are more badass in India and they can
Yeah.
fuck you up in no time.
Yeah. No,
And India has much more issues than that.
I would say that
So yeah, man.
I would say that we were lucky that when we were studying, we didn't have any kind of surrounding where this kind of ill-mannered people were there. Now, when I look at my younger, what do you say, uh, neighbors and the things what I interact, they say that yeah, in our school we can do anything. We do like this. It's very cool. We do this. We do with we go here. We do this. We consume this. So I was like, okay, I consider ourselves lucky that yeah, our time we had good mentors, we had good surroundings, so that we were safe. But now things are like very effed up, and man, I feel very bad the to the next generation what they're facing, generation beta. What I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, man. I totally agree. When I was in school, we were very curious about go to college,
Yeah, yeah,
getting a new phone,
yeah,
right? Because me and my friends, now we
yeah.
were actually we got the
We
phones when
we
we
were
were in
we
actually
were
in 11th
happy.
standard.
We were very happy to transition from pencil to pen,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah, man.
and these
These are
kids
the
don't
small,
give
small things that
anything.
actually helped us.
Yes, from shorts
Right
to
now,
pants.
right now these guys have access to like everything. I mean
Yes,
everything. And now AI is growing in a way that they can do anything, they can watch anything. It's a good stuff.
yes.
I'm like being curious and doing a lot of things in early ages. It's good.
Mhm.
But you should also be aware of how these things are influencing it,
Yes,
influencing yourself and your kids. I mean, adolescent series now, I guess parents should watch more
yes, yes.
than kids. Why? Because then they would be more curious about what their kids are doing.
Mhm.
Because Eddie
Eddie
Miller
Miller.
wouldn't expected his
Yeah.
kid to do like this, right? He never expected it, and nobody expected like in a small town something like this can happen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it happens. In small towns, it happens also. In city, you cannot hear the sound because there is so much noise. But in town, noise, you understand what I'm
Yes,
trying
yes,
to say
yes,
here. The
yes.
noise is so many people, nobody is there to listen to
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
But small town, you notice it.
Mm.
And people should not be caring that because your kids are in the city, that's why they are going to do something bad. They can
Mm.
still do bad because now the city's technology,
Yeah,
everything is coming to them only
yeah, yeah.
you know
Exactly.
and you yourself as parent giving them access.
Internet is accessible for tier 1, 2, 3, 4 cities. So there everyone is connected and everyone are experiencing the same level of things what every every other thing everywhere people can experience. So
So I see people while they are driving, while they are riding, they are
yeah,
watching series, man. They are not even giving
you
any
you
rest
you
to
remember
themselves.
like few weeks back we were traveling and we could see on a heavy traffic road one person was driving his vehicle and he was sitting like a sofa in his two wheeler and he was watching something and
Yeah, yeah, he was drunk. He was actually drunk, man.
he's not even sitting properly like towards the front side. He's sitting like towards cross. I was like, bro, this guy is gonna get smashed by any car or any truck because that was very scary.
I was like, I was riding, you were behind,
Yeah,
and I was like, let's overtake him because
yeah,
he is gonna fall eventually.
yeah. We don't want to have any headache. Yeah, man. Like, yeah. In you know what the best part of the series is? I loved the third episode because third episode is one of my favorite episode because there we get to see good character development. Till now, we didn't see character development of Jamie Miller, but there we got to know what Jamie Miller is from inside and out. Because in first episode, as an audience, I was convinced that yeah, this kid cannot do anything. He is a very innocent guy until he reached the station. Then I figured out, yeah, this guy is influenced into very bad circle and bad influence. But as the story progresses, Jamie is not shown in second episode. But in third episode, when interrogation scene comes and the coach, the lady comes, and she digs deep into Jamie's mind, and there we get to know that Jamie is the guy who committed the crime, but he was not ready to what to to own the crime because he was feared and he didn't want to let go of his thing. But there we could see that, yeah, like he slowly reveals that why he was not liking that girl and what made him to do it. It's purely, I would say, ego game. Just because this didn't work, so let me finish this work. Let me what do you say, complete this work so that other things cannot be executed. So this is the same thing, but yeah, I would say Jamie Miller's, to his age, that performance was very great because not only the lady who was interrogating to her was scared. As an audience, I was very concerned that how the hell this guy could perform so well as an acting point of view, because he had range of emotions like lows, highs, mids, and the camera also was focusing like close, mids, extreme close up, and what do you say, the rage, the security guard outside waiting to him, and what do you say, performance, and the camera is moving constantly from back, front, back, but still none of the actor even flinched their eyes to they were very confident to their scene. So I would say, man, like this is like one of the best things I've watched like till now. So it was very amazing. The third episode, they really opened up that what Jamie is, and things what goes in school nowadays. Like he's talking everything in casual, like, yeah, this happened, flat, etc., etc. He was talking about things. So that was kind of messed up, but yeah, we know that, yeah, this thing is common now, and people nowadays in the school experiencing this. It's very disturbing actually.
You know, yeah, man, I'll tell you something, okay? I've personally seen this kind of kid actually. I won't mention his name.
Even
So
I've
when I
seen,
was in college, I was in Delhi University.
yeah.
So when I got the college, so I wanted to have some like cash. I was like let's get to the point where we can like start getting some pocket money
Hmm.
because this is not the time to ask money from your parents.
Yes.
So one of my there was a family who used to live next to us,
Hmm.
but then they shifted to another sector. It was
Hmm.
not that far
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
So, but they had this condition that they won't come to our place to for the tuitions. I have to go to their place.
Hmm.
So I was like, money is fine. I can just go there and have fun. So when I started teaching him, so I was teaching him two subjects only. One is social studies and one is Hindi. So when I started, I could see his behavior was very rebellious without any reason. So one day, no, I got angry at him
Yeah, you told
and
me
I
this.
was like, I was like, you do bakchodi less, okay? Otherwise, I'm gonna tell you what I'm going to do. And from that day, he was like very calm. But it went for some time only,
Yeah, yeah.
literally. And that guy used to, his mother was a little healthy. So he used to call her mother Moti, means fat. I was like, man, why?
No,
Then she laughs.
no respect.
When listen, when you know whatever, like whether you love your mother or not, I don't care, man. I literally
Yeah.
don't care. But I guess you should at least have the decency to not to call her in that way. And then she is laughing. Man. That is the point. That is a point where you realize that how better your parents have grown you,
Yes, yes.
whether even when they have less money,
Hmm.
you know, because those guys bought a new house in that sector, and the house was pretty nice actually.
Yes.
So, and when I used to go there, I was like, yeah, it's a good place actually. But but what the use of all that, man? You
Yeah.
tell me, what is the use of all that when your kids are growing like dicks?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, what's the point in being that? So man, that was just an example of it. These kind of kids are everywhere, and these kind of kids that bully other kids around them, and then the person who are being bullied, they kill them.
Hmm.
That's what happened, and nobody wants to know the cause of it. how it originated from the real place. But they just want it, oh, like this, how a kid can commit this much or that much. Guys, you are not even seeing what kind of tension and peer pressure that guy is facing. And then you should be questioning, you should be analyzing what is happening everywhere. Kids are very vulnerable. People don't understand that. And that vulnerability breaks when you give them, I'm not saying that parents should take phones from their kids,
Yeah,
take
yeah.
internet from their
At
kids,
least
but I
make
guess
sure
there should be
they know that what's
carefully
going on.
analyze.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly, man. When you should not wait for something to be happened. Either it's gonna happen with your kid
yeah.
or your kid is going to do with somebody
Mm-hmm.
else. And if it
Exactly,
is not happening, you should be start taking precautions,
exactly,
right?
exactly.
Otherwise it would be like House of Horrors, man. I'm telling you, man. Some days these kids are actually going to make a cult and
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
be rebellious against their parents only. Like, and they're gonna ask like, why did you give us so much access to this internet and all? Now we are changed and now we are going to fuck you up. Man, that shit can happen.
This
I'm telling you. I'm
this
telling
episode
you.
is demonetized.
Man, I'm so sure of it. That kind of
Yeah,
psychology is hidden in this adolescent series, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
You agree with me, but you are laughing, man.
yeah.
But I know I'm right.
No, no, yeah. Thing is, at this point, this episode is demonetized. I'm sure. Yeah,
This is our first episode in this setup, and we just started talking shit about everything.
yeah, yeah. No, if this was other
Man,
platform,
it's quite some time, man.
yeah. If
Actually,
this platform was not YouTube, I would talk openly. But due to the guidelines, I don't talk so much. But yeah, man. Like if you come back to the series, fourth episode, there we see that yeah, Eddie Miller's birthday has come, and he's pretty young. He's pretty energetic, and he wants to make his day better, but some random guys comes and writes something on his van, which is similar to P things. I googled it. What does it mean? It justifies P something, and yeah, man, like that's not a good thing to do. But yeah, like Eddie was very frustrated that yeah, his one kid is in the bars, and his very special day birthday, and he's not there to be there. So that's very sad thing. But yeah, he tries to make his day better. But yeah, there are a lot of things. I even like the shot where like from the home to the van, they talk like and in the entire way. That was
is one of my, I didn't mention it before, but I actually liked it how they placed it
yeah,
over the bonnet and the whole conversation, and then
yeah.
they take it off, right?
Eddie says to his daughter, right, could you play this song for me? She was choosing the song. Meanwhile, Eddie was sharing his love story with uh, that you were the result of our love. She was like, why are you talking like this, dad, and all, like.
Yeah, she's like, please, guys, what are you talking? Yeah.
So that was very amazing scene, actually. I even like the shot that from the car scene to the supermarket scene. And so in supermarket also, he met like one of the guy where he knew that what happened there. And we could see that yeah, this guy is really broken inside, but he's not able to show it because he wants to make this day perfect because it's birthday, and not because of birthdays he's doing it, just because a family make them calm, he's doing all this. But yeah, man, like at the end, like we get to know that yeah, this guy is really missing his son, and he's regretting that yeah, because of the freedom what he has given to his son, uh even he doesn't know that yeah, what his son has done. And he I think for a second he thought that yeah, his dad was right, that with the discipline, the things what he nurtured him, he should have taken care of his son too. But yeah, it's too late. But yeah, he regrets that yeah, his son is out of the hand now. I don't think he'll come back. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, we could see that, yeah, the Eddie performed very good acting there. The
Oh, man. Means in episode 4, I was like, man, whatever is going on, no, I could I could feel relatable to him. The reason might be different, but the feeling is very same.
Yeah.
You feel so empty because you cannot fill that gap.
Yes,
And
yes.
that is what he was feeling. His kid is not there.
Yes.
No. And what you expect from like a regular day, and it's your birthday also.
Yes, yes.
Like things are going to go normal and you are going to elevate the
Hmm.
feeling by doing some stuff.
Hmm.
But man, it's his birthday and those dickheads wrote something on his van. And then he's trying to calm himself down just by talking to his family. I could see his wife, she was trying to be so understandable
Yes, yes.
towards him. I was
Her
like,
wife
man,
was very good actually.
no, yeah, no, her wife, he was frustrated and he was quite some time screaming on
Hmm.
her. But even after that, she was very, very calm. No, I know how he's feeling. I'm also feeling, bro. But
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have to take care of each other eventually
Yes,
you
yes.
know and then in the car scene when these guys are talking, that was a time when the when like Eddie and Lisa and his wife,
Hmm.
they are trying to have a conversation and which is going in a right direction actually.
Hmm.
Like they are being calm. Eddie is not thinking about like what is going to happen,
Yeah,
whether it
yeah.
is right or wrong, or whether what
Exactly.
is being written on his
Hmm.
right. But he got, that sometimes you need one matchsticks to just light the
Yes,
fire.
yes, yes.
That what happened when that guy came and start telling about like police might be the reason why his kid is in the jail.
Hmm.
They might have caused they might have changed the what is that report, postmortem report of
Yes, yes.
something,
Uh-huh.
like, and that is the time when he just got changed. I was like, fuck, man,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just can't tolerate it. And then he saw those guys who were in the bicycle, who was
Yes,
just
yes.
who might be the people who would
Yeah.
have written all that.
Yeah.
So that was so frustrating, man, and we could actually feel it.
Yeah.
The people, I'm telling you, the people who are actually going through something, they should avoid to watch this
Yes,
series
yes, yes.
because now it actually hits you psychologically.
Hmm.
You'll get so deep. I was like, shit, man, my life is already fucked. And what is going on? It's like watching BoJack Horseman.
Hmm.
When I was watching BoJack Horseman, we were in college,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and I
yeah.
couldn't just complete it
Man,
because of that.
that show is like too dark, and uh,
Yeah, man.
uh,
Too dark.
it's not like after you watching the series you're like okay. It affects you like naturally, like in day to day life also it affects you, because
Yeah,
I know it's a
yeah,
cartoon, but
literally.
still the things what they showed in that, it affected me for some days. So I just stopped at a season 4. There are 2 more seasons to
And
continue, but I don't think I'll
season
continue
4
very
is so
often.
dark. Season 4 is so dark, and kids should not watch this. Even Rick and Morty, they should not watch it.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but yeah, in adolescence, in fourth episode, we could see the perspective of a father that he must be thinking like,
What
why
went
did
wrong?
it happen with me?
What went
You
wrong
know,
in
you know,
my nurtureness? Like, man, Eddie was a good father, man. Like he was very concerned to his that what happened. But yeah, man, Jamie is like
and in adolescent series, we can see that you don't know what a human being can do
yes,
if they are influenced by the wrong things.
yes, yes,
People can change. You cannot say that the people can change and they just do something out of their league, man. They
exactly,
just can do, and anything, it can be very harmful also, and that
mm-hmm.
is what happened.
Exactly,
So people should become much more aware about the things that are going around their kid, man. They
mm-hmm.
should be very, very aware, like what is where they are going, what kind of people they are meeting. I'm not saying that become their 100% guardian, like you're standing with them
Mm-hmm.
everywhere. But I guess what they can do is still talk to them. And I guess connecting them to social media should be a little late, I guess.
Yes,
At
yes,
the time when they are entering teenager, it should not be the time when they are getting onto the social media.
exactly,
It should not be the time because they'll get mad, man.
yeah, yeah,
And they'll
exactly,
get so much access to everything. I mean, everything. What if they pick something wrong and then
exactly,
they go in the right direction,
mm-hmm.
right? sorry, in the wrong direction, and then you cannot pull them out of it because at the time they are very rebellious, right? When you are becoming a teenager, you are very, very rebellious.
Exactly.
Not even when you are 18.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess
yeah.
at least 16, what I feel.
Yeah, yeah.
16 should be the age when people have like past 2, 3 years becoming a teenager, then they should be introduced to social media.
Hmm.
Like then they'll have a direction that what kind of things they want to see and
Hmm.
that what kind of things they want to post. And it is very, very important to people to understand. Otherwise, otherwise they won't go outside, they won't talk to you because they'll think that they're going to find their solution inside their phone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That is not the solution. That is the problem. People are not trying to understand that.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah.
And
I would say that yeah. After a long time, Netflix they made a good show that it's like a mirror to the society and the things what is going on right now. After Black Mirror, this is what comes close to the reality what Netflix has shown. Yeah, man. But yeah, it's a limited series, but it's a limited series, so we won't be getting a new season anytime. We won't be
it's
getting it.
enough, man.
Yeah,
It's enough actually.
so it's a limited series, so this is the end of the story. But yeah, man, like it was good, it was interesting to see what is happening, because we guys have passed through our college and school times, but now when I talk about and hear about stories, it's very disturbing. Yeah, man, like it was difficult, but yeah, I would appreciate that the cinematography and the crew work what they did in this series is very fantastic. And because of this deserves awards, because they achieved it in a way that if this series doesn't win award, then I think it's something wrong in the jury.
Yeah, man. I mean, let's see, but I guess the real award would be for the storyteller is that, and I guess they have gotten it. Like they were able to influence people and make them realize that what these guys are missing actually.
Hmm.
And even after watching this series, if you guys are not realizing it, I guess you should watch our episode
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
because that will give you a direction to look
Exactly,
where what you are missing actually.
exactly.
No, we are not parents, we are not saying that, but we are
Yes.
able to understand what this series is trying to tell
Yeah.
and what it's specially made for.
We're just giving opinions based on neutrality, not towards one side.
In second episode, we could see how fucked up the kids were
Hmm.
in school. I mean, if you compare it to Indian school, nobody will say that it's a school, man. It's
Yeah, yeah.
not a school. First, you are not allowed to take your phones in school.
Exactly.
Right? Like, what's the point of taking it? You are giving them uniform, but you are allowing them to have phones in school.
Yeah, yeah.
At least you should take it before the class, or you are making them watch all these videos on these big big screens, but what they're really watching is inside their phone. You should check there, no?
Exactly.
But nobody is there to change the that fact, and we are not here to change the society. So
Yeah,
we are
yeah.
just here to deliver the message. That is what we are. We are the messengers through the film
Yeah,
to
yeah.
you.
Yes.
Fuck, man, I guess we should just
Yeah.
end this episode. I guess I'm going to be late for my office otherwise.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even I'm running late. So yes, guys, this is it. This is it with for the discussion of adolescence. Please let us know your thoughts. Would do you agree with things what we discussed in this episode? And tell us know that how was this discussion and what was your points and discussion when you watched adolescence series. Let us know your thoughts in the comment down below. Follow us in all socials, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. And yeah, this is a Jaftaf, and we'll be back in next episode. Bye.
Yeah, guys, share it with the people. You think they at least show it to your
Yeah,
kids. Kids, you show it to your parents actually. That's what you should be doing. Telling
yeah.
your parents, now you watch it.
Mhm.
That's what I'm suggesting you.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, it was good talking.
Yes.
See you later, man.
Bye.